Okay, ready? Oh, wait, not yet.
Hi guys, welcome to our October podcast. I'm Julia, the co-president of AAPC.
Oh, I'm Anho, also co-president of AAPC.
And we have two guest stars for this October podcast, which is Hera Lee and Stephen Lee.
Hello.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you just go introduce yourselves, major, minor, academic year, maybe a little fun fact about yourself.
Okay, I'll go first. So I'm Stephen Lee. I'm the treasurer on AAPC board, and I'm a senior studying chemical engineering, and I played soccer for 12 years.
That's crazy.
12?
Yeah, that's a long time.
Oh, yeah.
That's long. And Hera?
Hi, my name is Hera. I'm the assistant graphic designer of AAPC. I majored in medical laboratory science and minor in biological sciences. I'm in my second year, so I'm a sophomore, and my fun fact is I flew planes since I was 8, so I'm like a pilot.
Yeah.
So cute.
Miss
That's
Pilot.
so cute.
Miss Pilot. Co-pilot.
Co-pilot. Oh, okay.
Not the
Gotcha.
name, but yeah.
All right, well, you already know me and Julia, but we wanted to give you guys another fun fact. My fun fact is I can do a backflip, but only at Sky Zone. So I've been throwing myself backwards sometimes, and it happens.
I can also do a backflip, but in the water.
Oh. Honestly, I don't trust myself in the water now.
I literally am like a fish. I like doing backflips, front flips, whatever. But that's not my fun fact. My fun fact is I like to bake chocolate chips cookies from scratch. I like to bake from scratch.
Me too. Do you add the Trader Joe's chocolate?
I've never tried that though.
You gotta try it. A 1 pound bar, and then chop it up and use that as your chocolate.
Ooh, that sounds so
'Cause it's
bougie, but I
Belgian.
like it.
It's
I like
good.
it.
It's really good.
Cool.
Anyway. Alright, so for this month, our theme is childhood stories and nostalgia. We're gonna dive into a lot of fun stories, and it's gonna pertain to like scarring stories, how we were raised, our favorite snacks, and then we're also gonna include our personality stories, like so what makes us our personalities. So stay tuned for that. And then also the reason why we chose like childhood stories and nostalgia for the October theme is because you can tell a lot about a person when, you know, they're sharing a story, like what they choose to include, who they choose to include, and yeah. So let's just get into it. We want to get to know Steve and Hera a lot more. I feel like, how long have I known Steve? How long have I known you?
Like 2 years maybe.
Yeah, so Steve, we've known each other for like 2 years, and I feel like Steve is pretty active.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to share a story about like how you like got into being active, I guess.
Yeah.
If I were to give you a personality trait, it'd be active.
Mm-hmm. So I guess like growing up as a kid, like being active was definitely like a big personality trait for me. I think just growing up as an Asian kid and like being around other like Asian kids who are also like doing a lot of different things. Like my parents wanted me to do a lot of different things as well. So like I remember just as when I was like 7 years old, like I first started playing soccer, and then I would play on a recreational team like literally every season, fall, spring, and then my mom, she literally just enlisted me in like baseball camp. So I played that as a kid, basketball camp. My mom's also an art teacher. So, like, when I was a kid, I loved art.
Yeah.
And I had a wonderful teacher, like, at home to literally just teach me, too. Like, I had, like, a book that had, like, 500 different Pokemons. When I was little, like, in 4th grade. And I literally drew all 500 of them.
What?
Oh, that's
separate pieces of paper.
500?
Do you
glitter
have
paper.
them?
No,
Oh
but
my
like as a kid, I would put it in my bedroom wall. It would literally be plastered.
Dude, that's adorable.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I was gonna ask, if you were like 4th grade, did you also have like the Beyblade plays?
Oh
Things,
yeah. And that was 4th grade.
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
Wow.
And then
What are the ones that you like also roll and then it like turns
Wait,
into a character?
Bakugan.
Bakugan!
Yes!
that was huge.
That was
too.
good.
I like barely played that. That was my brother, and I just liked.
I just remember seeing it and I was like, they don't have a girl toy like this.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah,
But I
they were
had no
cool.
idea that you're into art like that as well.
Yeah. And then
Interesting.
a lot of the kids, Asian kids around me were like doing piano, and then my mom literally asked their parents, hey, which teacher do you go to? She found out, boom, I was doing piano too. Had a
I played
recital.
piano too.
I did, when I was little, I had for 2 years maybe.
Okay,
But then,
okay.
and then that was when I hated piano because my mom forced me to go to lessons and I would have to go to recitals on Saturdays.
I felt your pain.
Yeah,
I did piano for
blew
6
my
years
weekends.
too.
It was
Mhm.
terrible. But I think in high school, big time gap, I started falling in love with piano again. So I was
Yeah.
finding sheet musics online, playing the instrumentals for different pop songs and
Yeah.
What
Taylor
was your
Swift songs
favorite
and,
pop song to play?
I forgot. I think it was a lot of Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
That's
it's
crazy.
time.
All right, did you
Oh my
play
gosh.
with just one hand? Because you know how you can read sheet music, you're only doing one hand, or did you just try to get into both hands playing?
I usually I try to do one hand first,
Yeah.
and then the other hand,
Yeah,
and then put it together, and then yeah.
That's how my teacher taught me too.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I think now recently, I do a little bit of rock climbing, go to the gym a little, but I think nowadays I'm a lot less active than I was when it comes to trying out different things and
Mhm.
activities. I find myself doing stuff more than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nowadays. I think it's just because we're all busy with coursework and stuff. It's hard
Yeah.
to find time to do new things. So
Yeah.
I feel now I try as many new things as much as in the past.
At least you're still active though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock climbing is pretty active.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't look like it, but it's a full body workout.
Oh, it's tough.
It's
on the
insane.
forearms, yeah.
Dang.
I would die. But yeah, thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh. Hera, so I know you're a very creative person.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you stem into your creativity and blossom into it? Did you have any childhood experiences in the past that helped you to grow into it?
Yeah, so I was first introduced to art when I was really little, 5 or 4 years old, and I would take art lessons all the way through high school. And similar to Steven, I had a very close family friend that was an amazing art teacher, and so I always had access to a lot of resources. But actually, one of the main gifts that I got when I was little, or the one that's most prominent to me, is I got this huge, it was cheap, but a huge art kit that you get from Walmart or something.
Yeah.
And even though it was really bad quality, I treasured that to my heart. I would carry it on car trips to church. I would go everywhere with it. And I would just
That's
do
so cute.
little side art on the side.
Did your
It's so
parents
cute.
know to make room for that thing that you were gonna bring around? 'Cause
Oh.
it's pretty big, right?
It was so heavy. I was this small and the suitcase was this big, but I would just haul it to wherever I went.
She's I need my art with me
Yeah.
right now.
Some people carry
True
their
artist.
their stuffed animal. That was an art kit for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Wait, what was in this art kit again?
It was tons of stuff pastel, charcoal, color pencils.
She was a fancy artist.
Fancy.
I was. And then, I just continued going to art school or art classes, but at one point it got a little bit expensive, and as Asian parents, my parents wanted me to focus more on education, so I stopped doing art, and now I don't do it anymore, which
gonna
sucks.
say.
But
so
you
took
still do
private
nails,
lessons?
right?
I do
So you have a
nails.
different outlet, creative outlet.
Yes, I
Because
did.
do you used to do paintings back then or something, or
I-
drawings?
I usually worked with color pencils and acrylic. So
But I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's just on a smaller canvas.
yeah.
I think. I think it's still art on your
Oh my God.
nails. Are you
It's
kidding?
a lot, dude.
It is a lot.
You gotta get in there, fine tune. That's
Oh,
art
yeah.
right there. I know you can do nail art too.
The nails are my canvas now. So
Yes, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
Wait, what was your favorite drawing?
My favorite drawing? Oh, I'm all about environmental science, and
Ooh.
for a project for I think it was a organization, I drew this really cool watercolor painting, and I submitted it, and I got first place regional.
What?
And
Okay. Regional.
Yeah, regional.
Oh.
Delaware, Philadelphia, New Jersey.
What?
Tri-state, but that's it.
Dang.
And
What do you mean that's it?
That's a
That
big
was
compliment.
cute.
Thank you.
I love
could
that.
never.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But that's
Wait, I got second for that.
What?
Shut up.
Steve, you did art. I'm so gullible. I hate this.
I fully believed you. I was like,
Speaking of gullible,
Talented.
I feel like Julia's personality trait, I feel like she's just extremely adventurous. Like, you get into everything.
Really?
I feel
I
like you
think
do.
so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like a lot of people don't know that I am like a risk taker. Like ever since I was younger, I loved like, I don't know, like going on roller coasters. I want to go on everything. Like if you told me to jump out of an airplane right now, I would.
Oh my god,
Like,
what?
no, like, you know, like skydiving.
Yeah.
Like skydiving, cliff diving, like that's fine.
I think you could have worded it.
I mean, like, I'm not suicidal, y'all. Like, I'm really not. But I just think that
Maybe we
stemmed
should cut
from my experience with my dad, because I'm very close to my dad. And he's a military dad, so
Yeah.
he's, like, disciplinary, and he's just, like, blunt, straightforward, and he just always has a set schedule. Like, he's, like, the 5 a.m. type person, like, ready to go. Like, come on. My brother, total opposite, so he would bring me along. I would fish with him. I would snorkel, snowboarding, like literally any activity, like anything for me to do, he brought me along.
For those of you who don't know, Julia is an advanced double diamond type snowboarder, okay?
No way.
She can shred like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I've seen it with my own
Yeah,
eyes.
me and Steve went on a snowboarding trip with her to the Poconos at Camelback, and oh my god, this girl was literally
Bro,
like,
she
it
was
was crazy.
carving. She was
She was
carving.
carving
Stop.
the ice.
No.
It was crazy.
Carving.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's funny because when we went on this trip, Steve was like, "Oh, I just found you immediately. Like your hair was like fire." I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I just felt like I was on cloud nine."
Yeah.
But for real,
Good movie, though.
yeah, I think it was just really stemming from my childhood and with my dad, you know, because I was very close with
Ever
him.
since like how young?
I just think ever since I was like very young, like since I was an infant, I liked to play in the dirt. I liked to be outside. Like in the summer, I want to be swimming. I was literally so tan because I was outside all the time. In the winter, like there's an activity for each season. Like, there's something for me to do.
I feel
And my dad would, or he would just find something for me to do. And then my brother would be like, no.
Were
I'm
you
gonna
the
stay
type of
inside.
kid to like pick up earthworms and stuff? Because I couldn't
Yes.
picture you doing that.
Yes, I
No.
literally not a lot of people think that.
I can see
But to
Steve
this
doing
day,
that.
like I remember last year in homecoming, there were like bees flying around. I were catching them with all these like cups. I can catch any bug.
All right,
I
guys,
love
these are a
ladybugs.
little too
Cinderella.
risky.
Yeah, no, like I was like weeding out the garden like 2 weekends ago, and I saw there was cute little roly-poly, and I was like, oh, and I was picking up these worms and roly-polies.
She's
Like,
still playing with
I'm
the words.
such a
I really don't
fangirly.
know that one.
but yeah, I know that's one thing that not a lot of people know about me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if I'm in the dirt. Like, I can get dirty,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't know. I think I'm just because like I'm very youthful in that sense. My name means youthful
Really?
as well. So like,
Julian.
yeah, youthful. So I think that's where it stemmed from as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Yes.
I know you're very involved, but I think another trait that not a lot of people recognize is your compassion. Like, your understanding for people, emotional intelligence. Like, I think I've seen that straight on because, like, you're one of my very close friends. But I just think that in your career going into medical school, I've been seeing it come out more since you're, like, more involved in EMT and so forth and volunteering. So, like, did you have any experiences in the past that kind of translated into your personality trait?
I
now?
think, like, not to toot my own horn, I think I am, like,
Toot that.
empathetic. Oh, you guys are so
Go
cute.
ahead.
But yeah, I think just, like, growing up, like, going to Philly every weekend, because my grandmother lives in Philly. So, like, growing up, going to Philly every weekend, seeing city life, and, like, comparing it to, like, my suburban life, I think that, like, played a huge factor in how I view different people and different things. I know that, like, I learned very early on that people have, like, different backgrounds. People come from different backgrounds, and, like, that sounds so simple, but it's such a difficult concept to grasp because, you know, you're, like, I don't want to say sheltered, but, like, you're kind of sheltered when you're growing up. Your parents try to protect you from everything, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I think I did learn that pretty early on to know that, like, people are in different situations than I am, and so they do have to make different decisions. And I'm like, it's really quick, like you can be very quick to judge people based off the decisions that they're making, and you could not agree with it at times. But at the same time, you don't know how they were raised. You don't know what financial situation they're in, what emotional, like mental state like they're in. So I think I did learn that pretty early on. I think my first like real big eye opener one was like when I was in Philly, like Chinatown at least. We used to eat a lot in Chinatown, and my you would see like the older people like just sitting there selling like the vegetables, selling like bracelets, like the basic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys.
Street vendors.
Yeah, like street vendors.
I know what you're talking about.
You'd see a lot of that, and I'd be like, why are they not getting like a 9-to-5 job? Why are they not getting like, like a boba shop job? But obviously, like I was pretty young. I would think I was like, I want to say like 5 or 6 when like this was my first eye opener one. Yeah, I was like pretty young, and I'm like asking my parents like Bama, like what's going on? And they're just like, some older people like they can't stand on their feet all day. They can't do certain things. It's hard to communicate, especially if they're like immigrants. They're coming from another country. They only know one language. It's really hard. Like guys, like I feel like as an Asian, but like born in America, raised in America, like growing up bilingual, it seemed so easy. But I think like when you grew up with only one language and you're like trying to change to a whole nother language and convert your whole lifestyle to where everybody's speaking this new language, English, right? It's like it's mind-blowing because it's like I'm learning new things, and English is not an easy language to learn.
No.
Like honestly, like Spanish, French, they have the conjugations and everything. English, like the hell is like phonics?
I know what you're talking about.
I said phonics. But yeah.
But
yeah,
same.
it's difficult. So I think that's where it stems from. But yeah.
That's very insightful, yeah.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
My bad,
I'd love
guys.
to hear it.
All right, so let's move on to something less insightful. So do you guys have anything that like today you see like instant flashbacks? Like it could be a food, it could be an object, it could be like a TV series.
Yeah. Any one of you two?
Yeah.
I'll go first. So, whenever I see these used to be my favorite when I was little. Like in elementary school, middle school, get them all the time. Whenever I go to like the Chinese grocery stores or like Chinatown, it's these panda snacks. They have like chocolate.
Chocolate? Yes.
That used to be my favorite.
Stop!
Like,
Shut the front door. I know what you're talking about. Wait, is that Hello
Awesome.
Panda? Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. It's
Hello
got the
Panda.
chocolate filling
Yeah,
or
and it's
vanilla
just
filling.
shaped like a panda.
And then they have
Yeah.
different pandas like printed on them, right? Yeah.
He was
Like,
so creative.
yeah.
It's best investment. Literally.
Yeah, so
My heart.
They sell them at BJ's in like
Yeah.
small packs.
Really?
I kid you not.
Oh my
Kid you not.
god.
Time to go to BJ's.
Family trip to
Go
BJ's.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
got one more too, but you guys are probably not familiar with this, but it's called, in Chinese we call it youtiao. So it's basically just like it's like a fried breadstick, but it's like extremely popular, and it's like almost a staple in China. Like you can get it anywhere in China, like street vendors.
Do you eat
and
it with like
convenience.
porridge and stuff?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do you do it?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, people eat that all the time
Oh.
with like what's it called?
I'd be assuming.
Yeah, please.
But yeah.
I've never heard
Dang.
of that. That
No.
sounds really
But
good though.
But you
I
eat it
wasn't
by
expecting
itself?
that.
Like, do you eat it with just like by
Sometimes
itself?
I like to eat it with like other stuff, like
Yeah.
porridge, like you said. Like
Yeah.
it's very common to eat it with, some
Is
kind
it
of
not like
porridge.
it's not necessarily for sweet, is it?
No.
Or it's kind of like
I think
universal, like you can eat
yeah.
it with savory and sweet.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like
Cool.
it's really good for as a snack option, but like I remember when I used to visit China, I had it every day for like breakfast. So for me,
Wow.
it's like a breakfast thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I also
It's
do it as
so
breakfast.
good.
That's available here? Because you keep saying in China.
Yeah, I think like you can get it at like Chinatown. You can get it.
Cool.
That's the only place I know
Interesting.
you can probably get it.
Mhm.
But I'm sure they have like stuff that you can just air fry at like Chinese store or something. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't go for those as a snack. Like I would just always eat it with like the rice porridge, like chicken rice porridge. Like, yeah.
Lunch or something?
Yeah, like whenever we had those rice porridge, that would be my breakfast. That and like, it sounds gross, but it's actually pretty decent. Like pig's blood, you know, like the, I like eating those. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, I love those too.
How about you, Hera? Any nostalgic things?
I guess, I don't know if you guys heard of tteokbokki.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
my
Rice
God.
cakes, girl.
Yo,
I'm also assuming too.
Oh, I didn't know that was a name for it, but
So
it
good.
sound like that rang a bell. Ooh.
You can make it in any, like there's so many ways you can make it. When I grew up, they would usually be sold in like street vendors, like you were talking about. Like, it's so good. But recently I've been seeing them in chip versions at like H Mart. Like they deep fry tteokbokki, and then you can just eat it straight out of the
What?
Yeah.
Do you eat it with like cheese and eggs?
So it's like chips. So I've never tried it with cheese.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would taste good too. But
Dude, I was watching a YouTube video, and then some girl, she was like living in Korea. She had like instant tteokbokki. Like that, I was like, what?
Yeah. I
Where
actually
can
saw
get
that
some?
at the Newark Farmers Market. They have
Wait,
like,
they have
like yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my food
Instant?
plug.
Oh my god, sorry, yeah. I'm a big foodie. It
Yeah,
sounds
you
terrible.
just throw
I
it
legit am
in the
big.
microwave or something, and it's good.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never tried it. I wanted to, but I was going to actually ask you about it. Because I was
Really?
like, have you ever seen this before?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds so
Maybe
good.
I'll get
Sounds real
one
good.
and then try it and then let
Yeah.
you guys know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Julia?
I guess. I think the most nostalgic snack for me would be like a Filipino snack. It's not really a common one, but I would go to Virginia Beach every summer because my grandparents live there. And my grandma would bring snacks from like the Asian bakeries, and it's called polvoron, which is like a sugar. It's like yay big. I can't even. I know it's like you can't if you're not watching the YouTube video. This looks weird, but like yay big.
Is that like
it's
an
like
inch or two?
oval, and it's
Yeah.
like a sugary like snack, and
Uh-huh.
it comes in a little package. It's like this small, and it's this thick. It's just like sugar, but like it's good though. Like it was so good. It was cute. Like it would be like ube flavored or just like the regular sugar flavor. Obviously, if you have more of those, that's not healthy. But like that was probably my most nostalgic snack because it's just so cute, small, easy to like grab, and it was from my grandma, so it was like so cute. Yeah,
You say ube flavored?
I like the ube flavored. It
I
was
think
purple.
anything ube flavored is like
Anything.
delicioso.
Yes.
Pure-
Wait, you say you can get it from the store?
Yeah, you actually. I think you can get it at like, any Asian food market. Like you can just walk in. I don't know which section, but you can find polvoron.
We'll taste
anywhere.
test it sometime.
Yes.
We will. Okay.
What about you, On?
Mine is like Mama ramen, like the instant ramen
Oh.
packets. It's tom yum flavor. Oh my god, like
What flavor?
tom yum.
Tom yum.
Yeah,
I have never heard of that. That flavor?
I feel like that's like Malaysian or Indonesian. No?
Okay.
Thai.
Thai.
I don't know. Like
I have no idea.
I sound so ignorant, but I'm not. I swear.
I'm-
But tom
that's
yum
me.
flavor, I don't know. It's really good.
With like a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah. Do
or
you add
no,
anything
okay.
to your ramen?
So you could have it either like stir fried or you could just like eat it with the soup, right?
Yeah.
So like what I do sometimes is I do the dry ramen and then like so I obviously I cook the ramen and then I like empty out the water but leave a little bit of water and then put the seasoning packets in and then I stir fry it with like different vegetables like I put broccoli like stuff like that and then I could like scramble an egg and put it in there.
Wait, did you do that as a little
Good.
kid?
Yeah, legit. Yeah,
Can
my
you
mom
see
would
imagine
make
little
that for
An?
me.
Oh
Like
my
literally shoving it up.
Honestly,
Like-
I started cooking like 5th grade. Like
Oh
I got
my
really
God.
invested
So
into cooking and
cute.
baking in 5th grade.
It was adorable.
And then like the other basic way is like you know you pour the water on top, but I like cracking an egg into it. So like it's like a poached egg, but not really. If that makes sense.
But
So-
it's cooked though.
yeah,
Like,
it's cooked for
yeah.
sure. I don't know. I can't eat raw eggs for some reason.
I don't think anyone should. Salmonella.
But
But
some-
like,
no, I think some people put it in like protein shakes
I
and stuff.
just-
But I
yes,
just
they drink the
haven't.
yolks.
I haven't done that.
no, I don't do that either.
And then don't
That's
they
a
do
little
like
much.
tartar, like beef tartar and tuna tartar with that
Oh,
sometimes?
right.
Isn't that
right.
like there's a Korean like dish that has that too?
But I heard it's like based on like the egg that you get it from. Some eggs have some eggs don't have
Yeah.
salmonella.
I don't know. I don't eat raw eggs like that, so I don't know.
I don't eat raw
You
But
can
yeah.
throw instant tteokbokki in there.
Yeah.
Just combine everything.
Anyways. All right. Speaking of, we just talked about like the egg and salmonella and stuff. But we could talk about scarring stories. Does anybody have any anything that they were scared of? Anything that they completely avoid now because of a memory?
I love this.
I guess.
Yeah, dig deep into your childhood past. Is there anything you repressed
Let's
from
do a
those
different order this
stories?
time. We'll go with Hera
Oh,
first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hera.
I don't know if I should say, but trigger warning, kidnapping.
Oh.
Yeah, so I moved here when I was 4, so this was still when I was in Korea, and in Korea, saunas are huge. Like, it's a really big thing. And I remember I was at a sauna with my family, and it's so, it's literally so open. There's kids, adults, it's very friendly and very safe. So my mom got a little hungry, and she told me, hey, Hera, go get some food, and I'll give you cash, and go get it. And me, being want to be a big girl, was like, okay, I got it. And I took her cash, and I went to the food station. But on my way there, I had to take an elevator, and there was this really odd-looking man that was waiting for the elevator, and he saw me with the cash in my hand, and he looked at me, and he grabbed my wrist out of nowhere, and he was like, oh, are you going to buy food? I'll buy food for you. You don't need the cash. And he started tugging my wrist, trying to lead me somewhere that I didn't want to be. And I was 4 at that time, but I knew, I had a gut feeling that this wasn't right, and I should not trust this man. So I just started crying and bawling my eyes out, and everyone around me started looking at our direction. So the man instantly let go of my arm, and he left.
Did he take your money?
No, he didn't take my money.
Oh, I was about to say.
And you still held on to the money.
I had a strong grip on that.
She's like, no one's taking this cash.
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
Little Hera.
I know, I was so scared, and I had tears in my eyes. I was crying, and I ran back to my mom, and I was like, Mom, this old man tried to take me away, and she did not believe me.
Whoa,
And still to
okay.
this day, I still hold a grudge on her, because she almost got me kidnapped.
Hera.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
wild.
But being a parent is hard though. I couldn't even imagine. You have to keep your eye on the kid 24/7.
Yeah.
I do feel for my parents.
Your mother had a
sometimes.
lot of trust in you.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And a lot of
Before.
trust in that sauna. Yeah, it was.
In that sauna.
Yeah, I had my towel, scarf on my head.
Oh, that's cute.
I was, yeah.
She was being a diva.
Well, I'm glad you're safe and you're here. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then, so now, what does that stop you from doing? It's just being very aware of kidnapping, or what does it affect you now?
Definitely be aware of
Okay.
kidnapping. But actually, ever since that day, my mom told me I would always hold her hands. I would never
Okay.
let go. So I was
Good.
more.
That's
Yeah.
good. Okay then. How about you, Steve?
Dude, I don't think I can top that.
Yeah. I can talk to you there.
But I guess it also for me I had a nosebleed in class, but it gets worse. But anyway, so it all started in 8th grade. Well, it didn't start, but it happened in 8th grade. I was in math class. I was taking a geometry exam or whatever, and I didn't drink anything all day. And it's just my nose is kind of sensitive when I'm really dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very prone to nosebleeds and stuff. Because when I was really little, maybe 6 or 7, I ran into a door in my house, and I think I messed up my nose. Or someone opened I think my dad opened the door too fast and it
I'm
hit
so sorry
me
for laughing.
smack my nose.
Sorry.
And ever since that, my nose is so sensitive.
Oh.
If someone
Oh. hits
hits me in the nose, I'll literally start bleeding. It's just that sensitive.
Let me compose myself.
So anyway,
so terrible.
back in 8th grade, we were during an exam. I didn't drink anything all day,
Mhm.
and we were 30 minutes into the exam. I couldn't just get up and go get a water because we only had a set time to do this exam. So I was grinding,
As
and
one
all of a
does.
sudden blood started dribbling out of my nose, and I was I didn't want to get up and. I don't know why I didn't get up and get a tissue. I just started wiping it with my arm.
Oh.
And then as more started coming out, and then I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. It was getting all over my chest too. And I was oh frick, it's too late to do anything now. And then
So
my
true.
teacher started noticing, and then she told everybody to get up.
Everybody?
And then everybody,
Why?
bro. And then, because like it was getting on the floor
Oh my god.
and everything. So
Thanks.
my teacher, she literally, what was it? Told everybody to get up, go to the side of the rooms, because then she got a janitor to come in and mop it. And then she told me to go to the nurse. So I went to the nurse. I was like this. And then, dude, I did not want to show up to school the next day.
I feel like
But-
the teacher was overreacting.
Yeah,
Everyone-
Yeah, okay. What?
Yeah, but like to be fair, like blood, you know, it's like
It's
it's got like
safety.
yeah.
bacteria. It's got like,
True,
you know,
true.
Yeah.
you don't want to get on other people. So
Mhm.
and it's just like it's unsanitary.
And Steve already
on
had
the
it on his
floor.
arms and all over his
All
Yeah.
over Bloody Mary over here.
It was like, oh,
like
my khakis
massacre.
and
Like,
everything.
oh,
I
dang,
was-
that's.
Why didn't you just get a
Dude.
tissue?
I know. I was just so. I guess I don't know.
Good student.
So what was the lesson learned?
Yeah.
Oh,
what was
dude. Now like I will not go anywhere without a water bottle. Like I have a
Okay.
water bottle on
Stay
me
hydrated.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I remember like one morning, I think like freshman year, I was walking to my
Mhm.
8 a.m. math class,
Yeah.
and halfway there I realized I didn't have a water bottle in my backpack. I walked back. I was like,
Walk
I'm
back.
going back
Rather
to
be
bed.
late. Rather be late. Bad walk.
Bro, I'm not going to class.
Good to know. Now I had no idea you were into water like that.
Yeah, so I will not leave without.
So if
water
you see Steve around campus without a water bottle, question him.
Yeah.
Water
That's what he said.
bottle.
I will be like.
Run back.
Yeah. All right, Julia, what's your story?
I don't know if it's any interesting, but I feel like it could be a little bit similar to yours, which you will go into in a little
Okay.
bit. But I was in kindergarten, and I went to Catholic school. Fun fact:
Okay.
I went to Catholic school from like pre-K to 8th grade, and we had to do this like monthly mass thing where
Yeah.
everyone practices to sing certain songs and these prayers and so forth. And me in kindergarten, little me, I'm standing there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like. I got the signal, I need to pee. I need to pee, like, really badly, but I didn't want to interrupt, like, this, like, ceremonious type vibe. Like, everyone is, like, practicing singing, everyone's, like, doing their thing, and I was, like, looking around for teachers. Sometimes the teachers stay in the church with us, sometimes they leave, and they're all gone. So I was like, it's just the nuns in the front, and I was like... I'm scared to go to the nuns. Like, little me, I'm like, I don't want to go to the nuns. Dad has to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm scared to interrupt this. Like, I don't want to be rude. So, I basically peed my pants. Like, I was standing there, and we were singing, and I was, like, peeing my pants, and I was, like, literally, I had my foot, and I was just kind of, like, trying to cover up the damage. And... so then we go back to our classrooms, and the kindergarten teacher goes, oh, my goodness. I think there was an accident in church. Did somebody, pee their pants? And I was about to burst. Like, I was about to raise my hand and be like, yes, that was me. That was me. Oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Take a responsibility early.
This little boy next to me raises his hand and goes, oh, that was me. I had that accident. And I was like, ha!
Damn.
Ha! I was like, you definitely did not have that accident. And that was my crush. That crush... took the blame.
That's your
for me.
knight in shining armor.
He took the blame from me. He went to the nurse to get change, and I was like sitting there, like my pants are still wet.
Yeah,
but this guy just took the blame for me that he peed in church, and like he said in front of the entire class.
Did
And-
you ever come clean though?
No, oh my god, I went home and I immediately changed. But
Was
I
it
was like a
towards
little.
the end of the day? So you
It
didn't
was
have
towards
to,
the end of the day.
That's fair.
But
I was
just
you had
like
pee on
a
your
little
pants?
girl peed her pants in church, but then my little crush like took the blame.
So I
Went to
guess the
nurse.
question is, what was the lesson learned, Julia?
I don't know, honestly. Maybe trust in good people.
Yes.
Trust in good people, good energy. And also, if you do have a problem, don't ignore it. Move forward, address it,
Aw.
and then, just address your problems immediately. Don't let it linger.
Yeah.
That's something I learned.
Wait, did you know the little boy really well, or did you just do it on a whim?
No, like we had class with each other since we were in pre-K, and it was in kindergarten. So
Oh,
it
so
really
it was
wasn't
like a
that. It was
long-term
like a
relationship
Yeah,
at that
so
point.
long term.
Wait, did he know you peed your pants? Oh, he can tell.
He for
He can
sure
tell.
did. And he
Oh,
raised
that
his
makes
hand
sense,
and went,
that
that
makes
was me, Miss blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, oh no. Like, he's in love with me. That's for sure. I was like, wow. You took me away.
That's like romantic.
I
know.
That's
So
like
Wattpad-y, but in a gross, disgusting way.
All right,
Yeah.
well, my story has to do with also like excreting waste.
Huh?
No, not like excreting. But basically, like obviously, when you're young, you gotta, or even nowadays, you still have to take your daily dumps essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're number 2, right?
Number
like
2.
That was a number 1 story. I'm a number 2 story.
Yes.
But mine was also in kindergarten, so that's what probably what you meant by like
Oh,
similarities.
kinder.
Yeah. So like I was potty trained, and like I knew when I needed to go, and like when I needed to go, I went, right?
Right.
So like I would spend like I think 15 minutes plus in the bathroom, just like trying to crank out my dookie. You know what I mean? Like I was just trying to get it out because like you gotta get it out when you need to get it out. But apparently I was like taking way too long. Like I don't know why. I mean, I guess you shouldn't be spending more than like 15 minutes if you're in school and like need to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was taking way too long, and like my like teacher made a note of that, and then was like, you have to spend 15 minutes on the wall today at recess because you dookied for too long. And I was just like, huh?
What?
Like, I'm so sorry, but huh? And so now I guess like what I learned was just like try not to take too long when you need to
At a
dookie.
time when you go to
Yeah,
the bathroom?
I mean like there wasn't really a lesson learned there, but that was just
That
my
is a
scary
little-
story because I was just like, I will never take this long to go to the bathroom ever again in school. Like, never again.
Wait,
So,
did-
like, I think throughout middle school or, like, high school, I, like, just avoided going to the bathroom during the school day, and then you would hold it to the end of the day.
Oh my goodness.
But, yeah.
When you go
But
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, even after school, because, like, you would
Oh.
hang out after school during high school, right? So,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But like a 15-minute timeout is kind of excessive.
I
That is a
know. I guess she
little
was thinking, like,
excessive.
you took 15 minutes, you add 15 minutes. And so I'm like,
You were in
I-
kindergarten.
But also, what do you
know.
learn from that? I just don't get that behavior. But
Does she
anyway.
take quick poops? Like, I don't know.
Wait, your teacher puts you guys on the wall?
Yeah, like how you had to like stand at the wall at recess time and let you watch. It's actually so cruel because like like
You
you
watch.
want to play,
Yeah.
you
But
get to
everybody-
watch everybody play.
I
You
know.
know what I mean?
Wait, that's-
It's like
That
this
was
guy's
so
having
weird.
so much fun in the monkey bars right now.
Yeah, literally. That was
Wait,
sad.
my
That was
elementary
literally
school, like, they just make us stay inside for like 15 minutes. Like, we do
I would be
something
even
bad.
more sad if
We
that
just
was
stay
the case,
inside
though.
for like 30 minutes or 15 minutes,
I
and
feel
then we
like-
can go outside.
I would still want to feel the fresh air, which is I'm glad they did it the way they did it, but I was like, this is cruel and unusual punishment.
My school also had a wall, but
Yeah.
it was during lunchtime. So you would be standing and seeing people eat their lunch while you just
Eat lunch?
Yeah.
Why?
so sad.
There's no seating?
No, I was on the wall once and it was so sad.
I'm actually getting emotional. My
Oh
eyebrows
my
are like quivering
goodness.
right now.
Our child, what is
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, you got to know us a little bit more through this podcast. I'm actually really happy that everybody was like sharing stories and like
Yeah.
having fun with it. But yeah, so this is gonna be the end of our podcast. Make sure to stay tuned with our website, like stay up to date with our website. We actually incorporated the podcast column, and also we have a new events column that our graphic designer Luann incorporated in there.
Oh,
which is really
and we
nice.
have a YouTube channel.
And-
And
And
a Spotify and an Apple podcast.
thanks
So
Guys,
these
yes.
will-
Word is
these will
thriving
be
this year.
uploaded on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find us there.
Yes.
And
Ooh,
yeah,
so excited for
Stay
that.
tuned for episode 3.
Yay! Thank you guys.
All right, wait, if you have a picture, get closer. Cheese. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
All right, I think we're good.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, guys.
Wait, I didn't even notice